All right, all right. I feel like we having a little technical difficulties, but we in the house. Good morning, millionaires. Make sure you share the broadcast with somebody. Let's get it.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Just hold on.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Thank you. Please announce yourself. All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
Okay. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling incredible this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration expert. I'm a self-esteem development fanatic, and our whole goal is helping you go further faster with less effort. We do this 6 days a week. I hold it down Monday through Friday. On Saturdays, we hear from Amma the CPA. You know, some people know, some people don't, but CPAs have a lower pass rate. That accountancy exam has a lower pass rate than a bar exam. So CPAs are no joke. If you know one, then you know. You know what I mean? But that's what we do every single week here at Good Morning Millionaire. It's always about entrepreneurship. I believe entrepreneurs are the best people on the planet. So share this with an entrepreneur right now. Somebody give me the word share in the comments. Sharing is caring, y'all. I was talking to him yesterday. I was like, hey, check it out. You don't appreciate what you receive. That ain't how we know you appreciate it, right? You appreciate what you share. Isn't that interesting? You appreciate what you share. And something that's really cool about this is just by you sharing this with a fellow entrepreneur, you're helping the world become a better place. Because goodness knows, what we all could use is more entrepreneurs who stay in business. We need more fulfilled people. We need more people that are walking their path. We need more people that are able to ignore, the devilish dark forces and stay on the path of the light, stay on a straight path. But to do that, a lot of times we need that knowledge, because a lot of times that fear, that lack of confidence, it just comes from ignorance. What we need is to understand what it is that we have gotten ourselves into with this entrepreneurship thing. And that's what your boy is here for. My name is Haziq Ali. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, way before I had a multi-million-dollar net worth. A lot of people know I was sleeping in my car. All of my businesses had tanked. My personal relationships had tanked. I was emotionally bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt, financially bankrupt, felt completely alone, had different places I could turn to. So I won't say I was completely alone. I will just say I felt completely alone. And I decided not to use any of those particular resources that may have been available to me. I could have went and slept on my sister's couch. I could have went and slept on my brother's couch, something like that. But pride, man, I was like, I made my bed. I'm going to lay in it. And I'm going to tell you something. Pride goeth before the fall, and I definitely fell, but I'm going to tell you something. It is uncanny how often that setback be a setup for a comeback. You know what I mean? It is just amazing. So what I wanted to do is talk to you today about a few kind of skills you can use, because sometimes we see somebody great and we say, oh, they're so talented. You know what I mean? But check this out. Talent is overrated. Somebody give me that in the comments. Talent is overrated. Talent is overrated. It's really about skill. It's really about skill. And the main difference between talent and skill is that talent is what you're born with. Skill is something that you can become the best at in the world if you will just choose to invest a little time, focus, and dedication. You get me? That's the difference between a skill and a talent. Somebody give it to me in the comments. Talent is overrated. Talent is overrated. Everybody hear me? Talent is overrated. Today, what we're going to talk about, y'all, is we're going to discuss 7 different no talent needed skills you can use to make you great. Somebody give it to me in the comments. Talent is overrated, and a share. We see somebody with talent. We say, oh, that's how they got there. You know what I mean? We put ourselves in victim mode when there's so much that we can do to produce the same results. So I'm going to give you 7 of them that can help you elevate your self-image, elevate your reputation, and watch this, elevate your character so that people can say you are great and not be lying. Are you ready? Here's the first one. Being on time. Come on, give it to me. Being on time. Somebody give me that in the comments and then give me a share. Being on time. You know, you always hear people say time is money. It's a lie. It's a lie, y'all. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. Infinitely. I could prove it to you with math. You know what I mean? It is infinitely more valuable. Check it out, man. Time is so valuable. I just now learned this one kind of tool that you can use. It's called the times 30 rule. Check this out, y'all. If something takes you 5 minutes to complete, you should be willing to spend 30 times that 5 to train someone else to do it. This is how you multiply time. See, it hurts you when you spend that 150 minutes to train someone to do something that takes you 5 minutes. But do you know after a month, you've now multiplied your time? Because you were spending that 5 minutes every single day doing that. You were spending that 5 minutes you were spending that 35 minutes every single week doing that. You were spending that 140 minutes every single month doing that. So if you just spend that 150 minutes one time training them to do, you should be willing to spend 30 times the amount of time to train someone to do that activity than you're willing to spend doing it on yourself. This is what the 4-hour work week was talking about. Listen to me. It might even take you a little bit of money, but time is infinitely more valuable than money. And don't you know that after you got that person doing that 5-minute task, you've gotten all that time back? Now multiply that times a 10-minute task, a 30-minute task. How many things in your life do you do that should be delegated because it ain't even your area of genius? Am I making sense? But millionaires, that still ain't hack number one. Hack number one ain't even that complicated. What we're saying for number one is be on time. You hear me? Time is the most valuable commodity you have. So you're being disrespectful to yourself, not to mention others, when you waste it. Be on time. This is something that's very much in your control. Nobody has a talent for being on time. That's not how we even describe it, right? You would sound crazy saying, man, he's so talented, he's always on time. That ain't how it works. Being on time is something that you're in control. People who are always late, I'm going to tell you what they do. They underestimate how much time it takes to get ready and go somewhere. They underestimate how much time it's going to take them to get to the job. It's a habit which is formed from a lack of discipline. What is discipline? Discipline is that 5th level of emotional intelligence that allows you to do something even when you don't feel like doing it. And you know, if nobody else knows about having a sort of a little late demon on you, a little late monkey on your back, you know, a little junkie you got a kick called being late all the time. It's the kid. You know what I mean? My big sis, I don't know if Emily out there watching right now, but she'll tell you, you know, boy, I can count on one hand how many flights I've ever missed, but boy, I be pulling it close. I'm talking about I be close shaves every time. I'm that dude running through the airport, jumping over little babies in strollers and all of that. And then imagine how hard it is to jump over a baby in a stroller while carrying a carry-on luggage. You know what I mean? But that's me. So what I decided to do is I'm now Untime. Alma calls herself Untime Alma now because she would always be late. It's just something we all got to work on. But all I'm saying to you is that if you want to make yourself great, that is a skill that takes no talent, being on time. Y'all ready for the second one? Work ethic. Work ethic. Let's go. Work ethic. Work ethic. Work ethic. Somebody give me number 2, work ethic, and then give me a share. Work ethic. Hey, that's a jewel right there. Hire your children, train them, and pay them for it. I'm talking about you can pay your children just for being models for your company. Put them on a couple of flyers. You can pay them for that. Okay, Mrs. Goins made it in. Good morning, lady. Ebony's in the house. Yeah, work ethic. Moreau's work ethic. Yeah, Nakia, work ethic. What's up, Mary? Work ethic. Let's go, Vita Lachey. Somebody say work ethic and give me a share. Number 2 is work ethic. There's a prerequisite to becoming successful, y'all. And I'm going to give you a clue. The only place that success comes before work is the dictionary, right? Think about people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who talks about how he came into the industry with $7 in his pocket. Think about Kevin Hart. I don't know how many of y'all have seen his first movie called Paper Soldiers, where he was in it with Beanie Siegel and Jay-Z and Dame Dash and Memphis Bleak and all of this, right? Dame Dash put a lot of people on. You know what I mean? I don't know if everybody notices that. To me, Dame Dash put on a lot more people than Jay-Z, but that's a whole nother conversation. And I don't even know if y'all know these names. You know what I mean? But when you look at Will Smith, when you look at Conor McGregor, when you look at Mike Tyson, I don't care who you're looking at. People think that Mike Tyson was this incredibly skilled dude. Do you know that Mike Tyson studied more fight tape than any history, than any boxer in recorded history? Like Cus D'Amato would have Mike Tyson studying fight footage the way you study Netflix. You hear me? Every single one of these people that I named, every single one of the people you look up to, the people that are studied, the people who are profiled as the top 1%ers on planet Earth, I'm going to tell you one thing they all have in common, and that is insane work ethic. Insane work ethic. Somebody give me that in the comments, because I want you to imprint it on your consciousness. No matter how talented you are, if you don't have this one element, you're never going to make it to anywhere near accessing your potential. Millionaires, insane work ethic. Here's the third one I got for you. Effort. Effort, y'all. So there's one thing to have work ethic. That means you feel bad when you ain't getting to it. That means you feel bad when you ain't going hard. But there's a whole other element to it. Effort, y'all. Effort. Putting maximum effort into everything you do kind of works in conjunction. Putting maximum effort into everything you do kind of works in conjunction with your work ethic. If you're doing this and you're making sure that you put it on the high, because this is what a lot of people do wrong. It's not that you ain't doing everything right. It's that you're doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing at all. And you're doing it perfectly. This is why we remind you, it ain't practice that makes perfect. It's perfect practice that makes perfect. Practice makes permanent. Some of you practice, not necessarily procrastination, but what we call creative avoidance. What do I mean? It's just a form of procrastination where you're looking for stuff to do to avoid what it is that you don't feel so confident about. That's where your procrastination is coming from. It's coming from you being so damn critical of yourself. But check it out. There's another form of procrastination that we call priority disillusion, which means in a nutshell that your priorities are all out of whack according to what you say you want to be, according to where you say you want to be, according to who you say you want to be. Millionaires, you've got to start looking at your priorities and putting the effort into where you deserve to put it. Putting maximum effort into the right places, not just doing things right, but doing the right things. And if you're doing this on those high leverage tasks, you're going to get an insane amount more done than everybody else around you. Here's number 4 that takes no talent. Reading body language. Reading body language. Number 4 is reading body language. That takes no talent. But woo! Let me tell you a skill that pays the bills. Reading body language. We have a whole Obsessed with Success training we're going to do on that one soon. I don't know how many of y'all were on Obsessed with Success last night, but somebody say reading body language and give me a share. Reading body language and then give me a share. Reading body language and give me a share. Yeah, that's right. Leadership ain't doing things right. A lot of times leadership is doing the right things. I'm going to give you another definition of leadership. Leadership is getting things done without you having to do it yourself. You hear me, Vita Lachey? You hear me, Dennis? How much do you get done without you having to do it yourself? That's leadership. But we moving on right now. That's effort. We got to start. I put this in one of the newsletters. Do y'all get the newsletter? A couple weeks ago, I put something profound in one of the newsletters. I was like, we got to start looking at thinking smart. We got to start looking at somebody out thinking us as them outworking us too. We look down on people that work smart because we don't qualify that as working hard. But check it out. Thinking hard is a lot of times harder than working hard, because a lot of times you just put your thoughts to rest. You create a pillow for your conscience by just getting active, right? Just doing busy stuff. But busy ain't the same as productive. Whole other training, whole other training, whole other training. All right, Allie got a book for us to read. Check it out. Allie said there's a book called Captivate that breaks body language down to a T. I love it. I love it. Well, body language is an interesting thing because a lot of times communication is nonverbal. You always got the song, the lyrics, and the dance. You hear me? You always got the tonality, you got the body language, and then you got the words that's actually being said. Tonality would be like the song. You know what I mean? What you're saying would be the lyrics, and body language would be the dance. Check this out. Check this out, y'all. Do you know that 80% of communication, some people say as much as 90% of communication is actually the nonverbal? A lot of times communication is nonverbal, and the way you carry yourself is more important than what you say. Ladies, a dude is getting a whole different message when you staring him in his eye than you think he getting. A dude getting a whole different message from some of your, you know what I mean? Hey, fellas, ladies are getting a whole other message from when you touch her on her arm and all of that. She thinking you flirting with her and you trying to keep it business. You were just building rapport. You get me? Everybody with me? Strong body language can literally change your physiology. And when you change your physiology, you all of a sudden change your psychology. You know, y'all hear me talk about this all the time, but body language is ill because it's not just how you communicate with others. It's not just how they communicate with you. Do you know body language is also how you communicate with yourself? Physiology changes psychology. Can somebody type that in the comments for me? I know those are some SAT words right there, but it's really important you understand this. If I asked everybody here to close their eyes and describe to me somebody that's depressed, let me see it in the let me see it in the comments. What are some ways you would describe somebody who's depressed? What are some ways you would describe them? Is their breathing shallow or deep if they're depressed? Is their breathing shallow or deep? I got another one for you. Are they talking fast or slow if they're depressed? I got another one for you. How are their shoulders? How are their shoulders? How are their shoulders and everything? If they're really depressed, what are they feeling, right? What are they feeling? If they're really, really depressed. That's right. That's right, Deborah. They're talking slow if they're depressed, right? Their shoulders are drooping if they're depressed. Isn't this interesting? Isn't this interesting how you can just it's like we can tell how you feel by looking at your body language. Isn't this interesting? Yeah, the breathing is shallow. Yeah, the breathing is shallow. Yeah, they seem non-motivated. Sometimes if you have an iPhone, someone will leave you a voice message and it'll say low confidence, right? Because the person's talking a certain way. Y'all ever seen that? Y'all ever seen it's like low confidence, something like that? Isn't that interesting? We go in some interesting places with this artificial intelligence and stuff. But check this out. It's not just psychology that changes physiology. It makes you start. It's also physiology that changes psychology. You get what I'm saying? Physiology changes psychology. So if I pull my shoulders back, if I sit up straight, I all of a sudden feel more confident. 2 minutes of a simple power pose, y'all, can change your testosterone levels by like 20%. Just doing 2 minutes of a pose like this, like you Wonder Woman or like you Superman. Make good eye contact, stand up straight, look people in the face, don't fidget. You know, this Zoom world, it's even important to be aware of your body language. Because I'm going to tell you, some of you get on Zoom and y'all are doing this the whole time. And y'all are fidgeting when y'all are in your meeting. And what you're doing is making yourself look less powerful. Those ain't signs of a confident person. Study the greats and see how they communicate non-verbally, and it'll change your life. Check it out, y'all. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. Here's number 5, energy. Energy takes no talent. Energy takes no talent. Energy, again, is a skill. Energy management is even more important, y'all, than time management. Let that sizzle in your spirit for a minute. Somebody give me that in the comments. Energy management is even more powerful than time management. Millionaires, who amongst us can argue that anyone wouldn't be more successful if they could sustain high energy levels for longer periods of time than everybody around them? Who can argue that that person's going to be head and shoulders above the rest? You hear me? You're going to be more successful if you can manage your energy in the best way possible. Think about the thoughts you're having right now. Are they giving you more energy or are they taking it away? Think about it. Think about it. Are they giving you more energy or are they taking it away? Think about it, millionaires. What about the food you're eating? Is the food giving you more energy or is it taking it away? Think about it, y'all. How are you moving your body? What I'm saying to you is that if you want to manage your energy better, think about the food you're eating. Think about what your nutrition is looking like, what kind of food you're putting in there. Are you eating things that are alive or are you eating nothing but dead carcass? Right? Energy management, y'all, puts it in a different light, doesn't it? Here's number 6, your attitude. Now, y'all know y'all with me. Y'all see this silverback gorilla behind me. Y'all know we serious about mindset around here. You know, y'all see this puzzle because we believe everything is figure outable, right? That's the skill set piece. But guess what? That's still some mindset in there because I'm not even going to look at that puzzle seriously if I've already told myself I can't do it. You see what I mean? I'm not even going to study the homework because I've already decided I can't do it. Check it out. So I ain't got to tell people like y'all that attitude is the key to. Listen to me. Attitude determines altitude. Attitude determines altitude. Attitude is how do we say it yesterday? Attitude is how you see the opportunity in the adversity. Y'all remember that? Nobody wants to be around somebody who's negative. And if people don't want to be around you, they can't help you. People are your resources. Let me tell you how you turn up your luck. Be kind, be graceful, be loving. And next thing you know, you're more lucky because people want to rock with you. Oh, listen to me. Listen to me. There are physical things that make you attractive, and then there are mental things that make you attractive. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies. Sometimes what got you there ain't what's going to keep you there. You hear me? Oh, the looks will get you in the door. Oh, that nice dress will get you in the door. Oh, your makeup is perfect. That's going to get you in the door. What's going to keep you there? Your attitude. No external event can affect you unless you allow it to. That's your attitude. Y'all hear what I'm saying to you? The ability to always find the silver lining in a cloud. That's your attitude. You hear me? Here's number 7, your passion. Number 7 is your passion. Your passion. How good are you at aligning yourself with what you love, millionaires? Somebody give me passion and then give me a share. Passion is one of the things that makes life worth living in the first place. But do you know passion comes from pain? When you're passionate about something, it constantly excites you. But do you know your passion comes from your pain? To truly be great at something, you're going to have to love it. But do you know your passion comes from your pain? Write this in the comments. Don't forget it. Your pain is your credential. Your pain is your credential, because a lot of what makes you great is you trying to save other people from the pain you've already experienced. A lot of, nurses were abandoned when they were little. And now they got this calling. They can't help it. They want to help the sickly. They want to help the less fortunate. And they can't really explain it. But if you were to dive deeply into their childhood, what you would discover is that they were left uncared for. It is what gives them the passion to do what they do. Am I making sense? Listen to me. It is a real tough process to get the mastery. And if you have no passion, you're never going to get there. I got a couple more for you, and then we're going to get out of here. Number 8 is being coachable. A lot of people know this. A lot of people don't. But coachability is a multiplication problem. You're not coachable just because you enjoy learning. Coachability means you enjoy learning times you're willing to change when a need becomes apparent. Are you coachable? Example I always give is is learning a foreign language. If you're a 10 on wanting to learn the language, but the time you're supposed to practice is tonight at 8 o'clock, and that's when the game comes on, and you're like, yo, you know what? I would, but my game is, you're only one unwilling to change. 10 times 1 is 10. On a scale of 0 to 100, you're only a 10. That's a F in any classroom on the planet. What is my point? My point is, if you want to be coachable, you've got to be willing to change, because here you are making your $50,000 a year. Of course, what the mentor is telling you to do that leads to $50,000 a month ain't going to be comfortable to you. What the heck? If everything they're suggesting is comfortable to you, then guess what? They're irrelevant. They are useless. They have no value to you. Am I making sense? This is important. This is important. Am I making sense, y'all? Here's number 9. Going the extra mile. It takes no talent. Going the extra mile, y'all. Going the extra mile. It takes no talent. Everybody with me? Check it out. It is never crowded along the extra mile. It is never crowded along the extra mile. Everybody with me? A lot of people don't realize it, man. But when you over deliver, people always remember you. You know, if y'all take my revenue acceleration courses, y'all hear me talk about how a lot of times what people miss is that up until that client has paid you, they felt entitled to everything you did. It's not until money changes hands that loyalty from that customer is even possible. Y'all hear me? It's the real estate that checks back in on the client way after she cashed her commission check who's going to keep that family for life. It's the car salesman that calls and checks on you 3 months after you bought the car to see how everything's going that you're going to return to when you're ready for another car. Am I making sense? It's going the extra mile. If you want customer loyalty, if you want customer retention, I want you to ask yourself, how do you wow them? Because anything wow, W-O-W, wow, write this in the comments. Anything wow always creates loyalty. And then give me a share. Anything wow always creates loyalty. And then give me a share. We about to go do our affirmations. I got one last one for you. But before we get out of here, since we are coming up on July, I want to remind you, this is a good time to order your 90-day planner. Split the rest of this year up, man. Your 90-day planner is in full effect. You got 2 more 90-day periods in 2022. Is that crazy? Good grief. You only got 2 more 90-day periods in this whole year. Is that crazy? Order your 90-day planner. It has everything from where you know, your payment, your pay yourself first goals that we talked about yesterday, your savings goals. It's all in there, you know. Then on top of that, you got all of the pieces so you can prioritize your day each and every day, right? Isn't that cool? All right, y'all. You can do that at millionaireminded.com. Here's the last one I got for you, and we are out of here. It's be prepared. Being prepared takes no talent, but the will to win is really the will to prepare. Somebody type that in comments. That's John Wooden. The will to win is really the will to prepare. Preparation always breeds confidence, and confidence is going to be essential. The only reason you're not getting the price that you deserve is your confidence. The only reason you don't have a relationship you deserve is your confidence. The only reason you don't have the job you deserve is your confidence. The client you deserve is your confidence. The only reason you don't have the leadership level you deserve is your confidence. And preparation breeds confidence. The will to win is really the will to prepare. A lot of times we see the success and we don't see, that's right, anything wow always creates loyalty. That's a good one. Check it out. Only reason that a lot of us suffer out here, y'all, is that we see these incredible displays of greatness and we don't realize what we're looking at is preparation. We see the success and we don't see most of it is due to planning, the relentless planning, practice, and review. I think it's Ben Franklin who said, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. All I'm saying to you is that if you get proactive and you plan things before they happen versus reactive, you're going to discover a lot of personal power that maybe you've been ignoring, y'all. And speaking of preparation, it's affirmation time. We can do anything we want in our lives. Absolutely anything we want to do. I ain't going to let nobody tell me otherwise. But here's what I know. Talent is different from skill. Because if you're going to be in a world where, if you're going to be in a world where you actually are able to kind of be all you can be, like them Army commercials, it's going to come, millionaires, from you making a intentional decision that you're going to consistently improve. It's going to take an intentional decision that you are going to intentionally improve. And with that said, it's affirmation time. Call in right now. If your line tries to charge you, then don't trip. All you're going to do, thank you, baby. All you're going to do, right, is text call me to the same number, 667-776-9461. Text call me to the same number, and it's on and cracking. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Call in right now. Call in right now. All right. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. Somebody on YouTube is like trying to hack our thing. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't having it. Report anything that looks inappropriate in the comments, y'all. All right. All right. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful